Well, hello friends. Once again, Scotty here with another ride along. Today we are riding and driving the ultimate driving machine, the 2019 BMW M850i X-Drive Convertible. The weather, while I've had this thing, has pretty much been horrible the entire time. It was raining when they delivered it. It's raining today when they're going to pick it up. I actually washed it in between on Saturday when we had a few hours of sunlight with the idea of doing a video and photographing it. But guess what? It started raining on the way home. So there you go. So I really haven't had much time to enjoy this thing with the top down. Only a short drive on Saturday, but it was very, very nice. The manufacturer suggested retail price is $121,400. As tested, $131,395. Got some great options on it. The Dravit Gray Metallic Paint is almost a $2,000 option, which I really like. It's kind of what we used to call flip-flop. It seems to change color according to the sunlight. Has a driver's assistance pro package, which I found very, very useful, including a 360-degree camera. Comfort seating package, which includes the remote engine start, front ventilated seats, heated front seats, armrests, and neck warmer. So it's got vents on the seats, which is kind of cool. Got lots of other great M options on it. It has a combined MPG of 20, 17 in the city, 26 on the highway. That's about what I got. It's powered by 4.4-liter BMW M Performance twin-turbo 32-valve V8 with variable valve timing. It is coupled to a 8-speed sport automatic transmission with sport and manual shift modes. Got lots of other great features on it, but let's go drive it. And we can't do a whole lot with it today because the weather's not cooperating, and we certainly don't want to go skidding off the road in their beautiful BMW. Really like the styling of this car. It's very, very attractive. Looks great from any angle. My friend and co-host Nathan and I were talking about the vehicle and kind of what it's aimed at and what it is. And sort of what we talked about was this is not a pure sports car. This is more of a sport tourer. Nathan was kind of scratching his head and wondering who it was aimed at, and I can tell you for sure it's aimed at old guys like me that like comfort and performance. It's been very enjoyable to drive. I love the handling of the car. It rides well, really kind of like a cloud when you're just driving it casually. And you put it in sport mode, or sport plus I should say, and brother, you better hang on to your hat because this car has a major personality change. The interior is very attractive. I like the styling. The Bowers & Wilkins sound system is phenomenal. Don't care for the color of the interior. It's a little light colored for my taste. It shows smudges and things pretty easily, and I'm kind of a messy guy. Last week we chased a historic steam locomotive, and there's a deer right there, which is one of the hazards that we face up here. We put my 3 very large sons in the car with us, and to put it bluntly, they were pretty miserable in this thing. It's really a 2-passenger automobile. It does have seats and seat belts in the rear, but those are for, well, bags and purse puppies, if you ask me. As I said, I really like the performance. I can't really do much. Guess you can hear that, and that's just in the comfort mode. When you put it in sport mode, which I may try to do here in a second, really goes through a personality change, holds the gears much, much longer. The exhaust burbles, it blurps the throttle on downshifts and things like that, which is an awful lot of fun. This is a fair weather car, although I got to tell you, there is no wind noise whatsoever, not a leak, not a squeak, not a drip, not anything. This thing seems to be built like a bank vault. Love the way the interior looks at night. It has this backlit, well, almost neon lighting, I guess is how I would term it. And it is really attractive looking at night. A friend of mine, after I posted a picture of this thing, said, "Is that a car or a video game?" To which I replied, "Why, yes. Yes, it is." The gauge cluster is all very easy to read. It's right in front of the driver. You have a tilt and telescoping steering column, of course. It also has a performance gauge that shows the torque and the horsepower rating, depending on what you're doing. Right now, I'm down to almost 0 horsepower because we're basically coasting. And I'm going to select Sport on here, and oops, and Plus. I don't know if you heard it, but basically the RPMs just went up, and it's kind of drier. See how it holds the gears? And it'll upshift here in a second. You heard the burbles. So that was kind of fun. Unfortunately, we can't really test the performance or the handling today because the conditions are really, really wet. And as you saw the deer a few moments ago, that happens up here during this time of the year. We got to watch out for the wild animals all the time. We have deer and foxes and wild boar, and well, you just wouldn't believe all the stuff that we have running around up here in the Sam Houston National Forest. This thing is a little pricey, but I've tested other cars that are of a similar price point. And so how does this stack up against some of them? Let's say like the Lexus LC500H, okay? The performance of this is much more fun than the LC500H was. Now, that was a hybrid. I have not driven the V8 LC500, so I might feel differently about that. But the price points of the cars were pretty similar. I really kind of like the styling of the Lexus a little bit better than this. But having said that, I find it easier to get in and out of this thing, and I found it to be an absolute pleasure to drive. I could live with this car 24/7, 365 with no issues whatsoever. Again, I wish we had a dry day. I would love to have the top down and you know, take it through the twisties a little bit for you guys. But anyway, overall, I would give this thing a 2 thumbs up. I enjoyed my time with it. It was a lot of fun. I put a fair number of miles on it. The gas mileage was reasonable for what it is. It is extremely comfortable. I was even able to stash a couple $100 worth of groceries in the trunk, although the trunk space is somewhat oddly shaped, but it all fit. I got it all in there. So yeah, if I was looking for a you know, a sport performance type car, cabriolet, you know, I would give this a serious look. I mean, I've enjoyed it. I think I could live with it every day. The price gives me pause, but anytime a car gets over $100,000, well, you know, I get a little bit nervous because I'm kind of a cheap guy. But anyway, here it is. It's the BMW M850i with X-Drive. Been a lot of fun. Also want to remind you guys, if you don't already know, and I suspect that you do, you can find us at garagedlx.com, where we do our written reviews. You can also find us on youtube.com/garagedlx, where we do our video reviews. We also have garagedlx.fm, where every Saturday from noon to 2 and 7 to 9 p.m. we do Tales from the Garage with Scotty, Nathan, and Jesus. And you can also find us on Instagram at garagedlx. So there you have it. We've had a lot of fun with the BMW this week, and onwards to the next car, whatever that one may be.